Hello, friends. It's time once more for another story. I know you're excited, so let's get into this. This is My Former Racist Friend by Reddit user Bunny Doll. Oh, there's a title that makes me nervous. Hey, Moonhorse. Hello. Thanks for covering my previous story. Your insight was invaluable to me. Well, I'm glad I could help. Thanks to the Celestial Herd, too, for reading my story. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So I told you I like dumpster fires, and you do too, so here's another for you. I made a racist friend, quote-unquote. For context, I'm a black woman, and this guy is a white guy. We'll just call him Kevin. Kind of seems like a Kevin neckbeard combo, honestly. So my wonderful friends, Fanbeard took off into the sunset that was graduation, and with her departure, I set off to make friends of the incoming freshmen. One of these freshmen happened to be Kevin. Again, I have this weird quirk where I make friends that I never remember how we met, but I know that toward the end of the first semester we were on speaking terms, so Kevin came off as a pretty typical guy, if not a bit more rough and tumble, so he didn't immediately raise my hackles. I mostly spent my time with other members of the group, working out, studying, that kind of thing. One day, however, Kevin needed a ride home because his previous friend had to bail on him for a family trip. I think, or something. Anyway, it's no problem. I don't mind carting this dude home. The ride to his place is pretty uneventful. He talks about the guy who normally drives him home being a bit of a speeder. We discuss food, he pays for gas, etc. We arrive at his neighborhood. It was nice, quiet, pretty. We pulled into the exit. He graced me with this line. How's it feel to be the only black person in this neighborhood? You can't see how just this fucking dude. I wish I could say I punched him, but I didn't. I just kind of gave a half laugh and sped up. Anyway, we find his house and make plans for me to pick him up to take him back to campus when the break's over. His mom was really nice. I got to meet his dogs. Everything's right with the world. I left, did my thing, drove him back. All those who are sensitive to racial issues should probably stop reading now. Oh, this is going to make me angry, isn't it? This is going to make me real fucking angry, isn't it? Oh boy. Oh boy. So as we're driving back, we pass this tree. It was a lone skinny tree whose leaves were completely bare because it's the end of autumn, early winter, you know. Anyway, this tool makes the following statement. Look at that tree. That would have been a prime hanging tree. You guys feeling that too? Just that little white hot anger. Just, there it is. Yep, there it is. That's the one. Startled, I bark out a laugh, not at his joke, but at the fact that I had someone in my fucking car say that to me. A black woman. Moonhorse and friends, I wish I could have done you proud and told you that I kicked this motherfucker out of the car, but alas, I was too shy to do anything like that at this time. It's understandable, it's not every day that somebody says that fucking horrible right to your face. Internally, I seethed and let the laughter come from a place of pure rage. He, however, did not understand and thought this was funny. Now, I wish I could look at both you and the hanging tree at the same time. Oh, wait.
Kill him.
I get into the cafe the next day after the first day of class, and this guy brightens up, waving me over so he could tell the group about his cool black friend who laughed at his joke, which he said over and over, trying to get a laugh out of everyone. He got that burning, wrathful, I hope someone sneaks into your room at night and pulls your pubic hairs out one by one laugh from me, because, again, I really, really wanted to hit this guy. All the other guys stared. My guy friends were mostly white as well, and awesome dudes, and roll their eyes at him. I sit next to Domo, who's mortified, and completely ignored this dude for the rest of the semester. I think he had a falling out with our group of friends after that, because I noticed a lot of other people not really wanting to talk to him anymore. Big fucking surprise there, huh? Don't I just meet some interesting people? Sounds like a lot of people from where I live. Anyway, I wanted to share, but I always hate this memory because me laughing felt like I was encouraging him. I kind of laugh whenever I'm uncomfortable and can't find the right response. I wasn't very good at expressing myself back then. It's totally understandable. It happens. You don't have to feel bad. Thanks for reading this if you get a chance. Oh, and mega congrats on the 3K subs. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, wow. Yeah, what a fucking tool bag. No, I know how you feel. That white hot anger. Yeah, no, I know how that is. So I've often, I'm working more on this with the other series that I'm working on, a little podcast about neckbeard stories and whatnot. But I have mentioned a few times that I used to know this guy who was another neckbeard, a prime example of the red neckbeard, and a lot of his friends were like that. And I do remember one particularly awful story that is one of those things that's like, if I didn't have a way that I would get in trouble for this, I would have just gone for it. One of those? You know what I'm talking about? Let me explain. So, Redneck Beard decides that I need to, because I'm the only one of his friends who has a valid driver's license at 25, because the others are either just never got one or had theirs revoked because they like Jaeger and driving too much, and it's always Jaeger. Because it's German. You see where I'm going with this? It's them. So, his cousin needs a ride home. I've never met his cousin. Have no idea. Never met this dude, know nothing about him. All I know is he needs a ride home. And they're at somebody's house. I don't know this person either. So we go to meet the cousin. This is back when I still had the little 4-door sedan. And it's out in the middle of nowhere, because of course it is. We pick up his cousin, who is just the skinniest, stereotypical redneck white boy you've ever seen. The jeans that just are, like, obviously from some thrift store, that are obviously too tight, cowboy boots in the middle of, like, July, a real tree camo t-shirt, and matching baseball cap, because you have to have that. And he's carrying these bags, because I assume he stayed at this other person's place overnight, and we're supposed to bring him home. And the whole time, he doesn't really say much, but Redneck Beard and his cousin are basically talking, and he does not talk much, as I learned through this ride, because he doesn't like me. He's never really spoken to me, but I'm a, long-haired man in a leather jacket, so therefore I'm evil. He's a real charmer, but we'll get to that. So, Redneck Beard's cousin goes off on stuff, and every now and then says something. Then at one point, as we're getting to his house, we're, like, stopping at his house, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my friend gave me this really cool thing, check this out." And I was just like, oh, okay, maybe he got some kind of cool, I don't know, redneck stuff. I don't know what redneck's like. I'm not, I don't really get the whole country vibe thing, but whatever. So dude reaches into his bag and pulls out, and I'm not fucking kidding, I can't make this shit up, a full-sized Nazi flag. And he's happy. And this isn't one of those, oh, it's a piece of historical memorabilia. This is a reproduction. This is a reproduction that he bought intentionally. Or his friend bought and gave it to him. Yeah. He mentions that it'll go well with the rest of his good stuff, I believe was the quote. I don't want to know what his good stuff was, but let's put it to you this way, kids. The surrounding parishes where I live, the Klan is still a thing. Very much. Yeah. So that was my first encounter with a redneck Nazi. And I'll never forget, after he got out of the car, I was just like, the fuck did this motherfucker just have? And, you know me, I grew up a weird little punk, and punks beat the shit out of skinheads. It's just kind of a thing. We beat up Nazis. It's kind of our go-to. It's the hierarchy. Everybody knows this. So, and he gets out of the car. I'm just done. I'm going to bring Redneck Beard home, and I'm just going home, because that was enough to sour my mood for the rest of the day. And Redneck Beard, I swear to God, turns to me just as we're getting out of this dude's driveway, like we're actually getting back on the road, and just goes, "Did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw that." And he's like, "That was pretty fucking awesome, right?" No, it wasn't. I fucking hate Nazis. I thought that was pretty fucking obvious. So he proceeds to question me the entire way home about why I would hate Nazi. This is a conversation that I never thought I'd have. I was like, why do I hate a literal fucking horrible group? I don't know. Why would you? It's just such a fucking mystery. So big shock, turns out Redneck Beard is exactly like him. There's a lot of racist anti-Semitism, which is interesting because I'm fairly certain that these Nazi supporters who live in this area have literally never met a Jewish person in their entire life. So they wouldn't even know, like, a Jewish person if they actually fucking met one. They just walked right up to him. Never happened. Never happened. Because they never leave their little backwoods pocket in fucking nowhere. So they don't know shit. I just find it really interesting that these people would go on about how there's so many different groups that are just ruining their lives. And it's like, but you don't leave the house. You've never had a stable job in your entire life, and you're pushing 40. Like, how? How are they ruining your life? When? Give me one fucking example. This is akin to Chris Chan talking about how Michael Snyder, the guy who owned the game place, was evil and horrible to Chris because he's Jewish. It's like, no, he was pretty mean to you because you were pretty fucking awful. And you, like, disrupted other people in the store and yelled racial slurs at them. So, yeah, no, I think he was pretty fucking justified in banning you, bro. You were kind of an asshole. Pure and simple. And that's the same way I feel about this Kevin and Redneck Beard and his cousin. The only reason you don't like these other groups is because you don't want to come to terms with the fact that the problem that you're having, the reason that nobody likes you, the reason you don't have friends, the reason you can't get laid because, of course, they're heterosexual straight man, is because you're a fucking tool. You suck, dude. You act like an asshole. That's why people don't like you, bruh. It's pretty fucking simple. I call people fucking horrible names on the internet and people like me, and it's because I'm not a fucking douchebag. It's pretty simple. Basics. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Or at least got some of that white-hot anger that I usually get whenever somebody starts talking about racist shit. It's there. I'm feeling it. So if you did want to support this channel, you could do that by going to the merch store or my Ko-Fi page, or both. They're both in the description. I just slapped the shit out of my desk. That's what that noise was. Ow. I'm okay. Doing good. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this time I hit the lamp. I gotta quit fucking motioning around like I'm on camera. I gotta quit fucking doing the YouTube thing. Stop that shit. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video before I fucking break something. I love you all. Goodbye.